What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Elite, and today we've got a new little series for you guys where I'm going to be bringing you guys the best possible squad builder with certain limitations. So today, the limitation is 100,000 coins. Now, obviously, depending on the time you watch the video, it could be 90k, it could be 110k, it could be 100k on the dot. That's about where it is going to end up being, guys. So here is the team we're actually going to build. Let's hop right into it, and I'm going to explain each choice along with tactics, player instructions, and all that good stuff. So here are the players that you're going to want to go out and buy. So the first guy is Areola. Areola at goalkeeper is mostly to save some coins, to go with some higher priced players at striker, at outside mid, and that way we can save some coins starting it off, because unless you're going with Ter Stegen in goal, I don't think it really matters who you go with down at goalkeeper. So I went with somebody who's taller. We did consider going with Norberto Neto, but he's about 5,000 more coins, and Alphonse Areola is 6'5", which is quite tall for, I guess, any player on the pitch, but goalkeeper as well. So at left back, we went with Alex Telles. Now, there's a couple different options you can actually go with here if you wanted to. I'll explain those later, but we're going to go with Telles. That's what we voted on in stream, the community over on Twitch. We kind of went through a couple different options that were a little bit more debatable. I want to tell you the other options once we finish this squad, but I will let you know that Telles was the winner. So we went with him at left back there. So we've already got two different leagues, but we're going to go back to La Liga for the rest of the defense. So we're going to go with Eller Militao. He is such a good card if you want to save coins, but also have a rock solid center back. This guy's 1,500 coins. Go ahead and slap an anchor, maybe a sentinel on this Eder Militao, and he's already one of the best center backs in the game, truthfully, especially for that price. So for 1,500 coins, that again allows us to go with some higher price players throughout the squad, but still keeps it a very solid defense. Next up, we're going to go with a little bit more of an expensive player, which is Umtiti. If you have more than 100k, feel free to go out and buy whatever players you want for your squad. If you want to go with Langley here, go for it. Just understand, it's another 10,000 coins in your squad, which would take this over budget for the 100k team. So I went with Umtiti to keep it as close to 100,000 coins as possible. But Umtiti is obviously not the best French center back in the league. You do have Varane as well, and you have Langley, who's only 10,000 coins more, Varane being a couple 100k. So that's obviously not in the budget. So that's why we ended up going with Umtiti. At right back, we went with Nelson Semedo. He's only 5,000 coins now, which is pretty dang solid, given the fact that he was like 40,000 coins about a month and a half ago. Very solid, and that's why I waited until now to start this series, because I knew if I started this series in late September, early October, even November, a lot of these cards were still up in price quite a bit. You saw these players like Eder Militao was 18,000 coins about a month ago, and now he's near discard price. So as I wait longer, the cards get cheaper, and it makes it easier to do this series because we can make the teams even better for 100k. While if we did this series back a month, 2 months ago, it probably would have been 100k already just from this team, from this defense. But instead, it's only just over 20, maybe 30k by this point. Next up is going to be the most expensive player in the team. We're going to explain this decision. We went with David Neres' 84 rated card. You might be saying, why would you get his 84 rated card if he's not going to get any more upgrades for Ajax? Because he is actually going to get some more upgrades, or at least could get some more upgrades. He's 35,000 coins on the dot there with a 3-star, 5-star. And I went with Neres as opposed to players like Douglas Costa and Felipe Anderson, mostly because of the stamina. While Douglas Costa only had like 70 stamina, Felipe Anderson only had 74, you had David Neres with over 80. And with another chance of going up. As they get sent to Europa League, his card will change to a Europa League card, and then as they progress in Europa League, he will continue to get upgrades. So if Ajax, who are a decent team and have a decent chance of progressing in the Europa League, no matter who they match up against, that takes his card from 84 to 86 rated just from one advance. If he goes to the finals of Europa League, you can see this card somewhere around 89 rated by April. But all they need to do is go one more round to get to 86 rated, which is already a pretty big boost for him. And that's why we went Neres, and he does fit the team really well, being Brazilian left mid. So at center mid, we went with Allen. Allen's a card that everybody said positive things about throughout the year. He is a very well-rounded card. He has 4-star skills in the midfield, less than 10,000 coins total now. He's got good dribbling. He's got good defense. He's got good physicality. He's not slow. He can shoot the ball if you really needed him to, but given our formation, we might not be taking too many shots with Allen in our other center mid. We can kind of play those guys a little more defensively as we rely on the strikers in the outside mid to kind of take care of the work up top. Next up, we do go with another defensive midfielder, and that's going to be Blaise Matuidi from Piemonte Calcio, Juventus, and he's going to link up the entire squad. Blaise Matuidi really is the guy that links everything up. You'll see all the different leagues come together with Blaise Matuidi in this team. So at right mid, I think you guys probably could have guessed it. We went with Ousmane Dembele. He gets the strong link there with Nelson Semedo, and he gets a weak link there with Blaise Matuidi. But what you'll notice about this team, we have no red links at all. Everybody links together, which gives you a little bit of room to upgrade this team as you get more coins. Up top, we're going to go with Lucas Moura and Lacazette. So Lucas Moura, obviously, Lacazette, obviously from Premier League up top. So we went with a couple different leagues in this team. We've got the La Liga, which has 5 players there. We've got a couple players from Serie A. We got a couple players from Premier League. We got a player from Ajax, and then we got a player from Porto. So we've got 5 different leagues in this team, which I really do like multi-league hybrids. So I'm pretty pleased that we were able to fit 5 different leagues in this team, but it also fits a lot of meta in the team as well for under 100,000 coins. So you've got pace up top with Lucas Moura, but on top of that, you also have somebody who's more of that false 9, which we are going to be using. So a couple different options that you can go with if you have a different amount of coins by like 90k or 110k, 120k. There's a couple different options you can go with. You can get rid of David Neres, all right? And you can simply throw in, right here, you can throw in Felipe Anderson or Douglas Costa. If you don't have the coins for Neres, go Douglas Costa or Felipe Anderson. Personally, I think Felipe Anderson is better than Douglas Costa for a couple different reasons, and one of those being, if you look at the shooting stats, Felipe Anderson's shooting stat is only a little low because his penalties is like 50, while Douglas Costa has absolutely terrible finishing. And then if you look at the stamina, Felipe Anderson a little bit better than Douglas Costa. Otherwise, they're pretty similar cards. So that's why I think Felipe Anderson at left mid would be better than Douglas Costa. Now, if you do end up going with Felipe Anderson at left mid, what you can also do is go with Ferland Mendy at left back. We did a vote in chat, and by almost unanimous decision, everybody decided that Tellez was better than Ferland Mendy. But if you're somebody that likes to skill with both your fullbacks, maybe Mendy's the way to go. You already have the 4-star skills over at right back with Nelson Semedo. You can get 4-star skills by going with Ferland Mendy at left back if you really do like the skills on the fullback. Now, if you are a very good skiller, Neres might be the way to go. He has 5-star skills, and on the right mid, you also have 5-star skills with Dembele. And Dembele, for a lot of weekend league players, even a couple of pro players, including the guy who taught me how to use a 4-4-2, he really likes Dembele. He says it's normally his best player of the weekend league. So over on the right mid, you're not going to be disappointed with him. Up top, there's a couple different options as well. If you have more coins, you can go with Roberto Firmino at striker, especially if you don't need the pace too much. Now let's go ahead and head in to the custom tactics, but before we do, I want to ask you guys to drop a like on the video right now. It would really help the channel a lot, especially with a new series, to help get the new series off the ground, get more people involved with this series, and hopefully help a lot more people find their teams. Just drop a like on the video, it would help a ton. Nonetheless, let's hop into these custom tactics. So first off, we're just going to go ahead and keep the same formation. So you're going to keep it at a 4-4-2, but you can go ahead and switch over to attacking just because maybe you're used to it, or because you want to switch around Allen and Blaise Matuidi. Blaise Matuidi being left-footed, you might want him on the left side, while Allen, I believe, is right-footed. And before I make a fool of myself, let me go ahead and make sure Allen is right-footed, because I don't know that for 100%. I do know Blaise Matuidi is left-footed, so he is right-footed. I'm not crazy. We'll go back in here, and you can switch those around if you want to, but generally for the rest of the team, we're going to go ahead and keep them in their same position. So just going over to formations, you can go ahead and switch around Matuidi and Allen, and then over in tactics, you can kind of put what you want. For me, I either go balanced, or if I'm feeling really sweaty, I'll go drop back, but I know a lot of people don't appreciate that, and I'm fully aware of that. So you can go either balanced or drop back, or you can go press after possession loss, which against some of the better players isn't going to be very effective. Sometimes you just need the players behind the ball. So you can go with either balanced or drop back there, and then on offensive defensive style, you're going to go balanced for sure. You can change your depth to whatever you feel comfortable with. I normally go with 4 or 5 depth and then 4 or 5 width as well. Over in instructions, this is the most important part. Lucas Moura and Alexander Lacazette, what you're actually going to do is you're going to have them both play a false 9 right here. And that's the only change you're going to change to them. So they're both playing a false 9. That just means that they're going to cut back so that they're going to be options for a pass while the other one makes a run. Now, an important thing to know when you guys are playing with a false 9 is that when you hold the L1 button or the left bumper, if you're on Xbox like me, and pass the ball, the player will automatically make a run. So if you pass it to your striker and then you hold the L1 and pass it to your other striker, your first striker who received the ball initially will immediately make a run in behind the defense, and it's a very effective move for you guys to use that I think would be very helpful for this formation. Now, for the outside mids, it's very, very important for instructions as well, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have them both at come back on defense, but also you're going to want them to get in behind. This means that they're going to be up and back when you need them to be, and they're not only going to be coming back on defense, but they're going to be making runs for you on the attack as well, which is why stamina is important with that David Neres. Same thing over here. We're going to go come back on defense, and we're going to go ahead and get in behind on those guys. For the center mids, guys, you're going to want a balanced attack, but make sure you're having them cover center because your outside mids are going to cover the guys on the wing if the fullbacks aren't in position. Now, they should be because you're going to want those guys at stay back while attacking, but given the fact that Tejas and Semedo are definitely players that are going to want to naturally get forward, they're not always going to stay back, but that can sometimes be a good thing as well. For these center backs, you're going to keep them on balance. Don't change anything for those, and don't change anything for the goalkeeper as well. And we're going to go ahead and save those changes, and that'll be it for the best 100K team, guys. Going through the prices, guys, I bought it for slightly above 100,000 coins. You're going to get David Neres for about 35,000 coins. You're going to get Alexander Lacazette for about 17K, but I also got him with a Hunter card, so that's a little bit more value on him. Not Umtitty's a little bit of coins, but then again, you do save some coins elsewhere with the Militao, the Areola. Not very expensive to get yourself a Nelson Semedo. So, not very expensive to get yourself a Lucas Moura. So, where you spend extra coins, you're kind of making up for by going with some cheaper guys elsewhere in the squad, which makes it kind of around 100,000 coins. Anyways, guys, as I said earlier, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, if you want more squad builders like this one, squad building challenge guides, if you want more trading tips, the Trading to Glory, although I haven't uploaded a Trading to Glory video in about the past week, it is still going. I just haven't been too hyped up with this Christmas promo. I think it's been completely dead, and although I haven't lost any coins, I haven't made too many either because I just haven't been motivated to be on the game so far. So I apologize for the inactivity there, along with the fact that I did have finals this last week, which made it a little bit difficult to even be online in the first place. Nonetheless, no more excuses. We're back to content this week, so I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video as well. Peace out.